It is 8:40 right now. Welcome back to CW Iowa Live. Lou and Jackie here, and another one of the best joining us in studio right now. Rebel Snodgrass is here from All American Exteriors. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
Good to see you. And of course, we've had all kinds of bizarre weather around here. We call it bizarre because we don't see it on this regular of a basis here in Central Iowa.
Very true. And we just heard from Taylor Knust possibilities of some hail heading our way later on today. You want to keep that in mind. And where people are keeping it in mind because of vehicles, but also their homes getting some damage.
Great. First, I got to say right off front, I don't want anybody's house damaged. I hate it when it happens.
Right.
But it's what I do for a living, and I can't help but smile. I mean, you know, I was in a store with one of the big stores, and my wife and I was standing there, and hail started, and everybody just kind of stopped and was just kind of, you know, because it was really raining and hailing.
Yeah, you tense up.
And my wife looked over at me, and she's like, "You're incorrigible," because I was just grinning from ear to ear.
There's Rebel dancing in the aisles. And
I can't help it. I mean, I wouldn't wish that on somebody, but I do appreciate when people call me and give me the opportunity to fix that problem for them.
And, you know, again, eliminate the problem in a lot of cases.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I've got a steel roofing here. It's a stone-coated steel roofing. It's with one.
Yep.
This product right here, I've actually have come through baseball-size hail without damage.
Yeah, that's hail this big.
I'm glad you said that. What kind of size do you need when it comes to hail to start seeing some damage on your roof, your siding, things like that?
Quarter-size hail will do it.
It will.
What will it do to what? To siding or to roofing?
Well,
which one?
Your asphalt roofing, see, this is applied with rubber, so it's very resilient. But an asphalt roofing is just applied with tar, and the stone coating is put on it to protect the tar from drying out from the UV rays. And so when it gets struck, the older the shingle, the more likely you're going to have damage because that tar is losing the elasticity, where this rubber never does. But where
the rubber is going to give a little bit, but the tar after a while is going to be
getting hard.
It's going to be hard and brittle.
Here's an example of something we just saw here recently in Bondurant.
That's less than a week ago.
Yep, that's Bondurant.
Oh, well, a month ago, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, a month ago. There you go. I've also, there you go. There's some in Earlham.
Wow.
It's like someone took a gun and shot it.
It does.
Is it one of those things?
Now that's easy to see, guys. I put those on there. That's really easy to see. Now I had a homeowner down in Sheraton. I called all my people where we had hail. I called them and said, "Hey, we'll give you a free inspection." And I had a gentleman down there, and he said, "No, there's no need. I know we didn't have any hail really to speak of."
Right.
Well, after he got off the phone with me, he got thinking about it. He called his insurance company. They sent out an adjuster. They totaled his roof. Now, he couldn't see damage because it wasn't that bad.
Now, what would damage like that do? Do you need to have that replaced like that?
Absolutely.
With that one, why is that?
Well, what happens is the sun starts getting, the reason that stone coating's there is to protect the tar, which is actually your only protectant. Everything in a shingle, it's the fiberglass mat, then they put a pitch in it. That tar is your protection so water doesn't get in. The stone coating keeps the sun from drying that out prematurely. And that's why they say you've got so many years on a roof, and then the shingle just dies because it gets dry and brittle. Well, when that stone coating comes off, it gets dry and brittle faster, and it'll start to curl, and it'll start cracking, and it will cause leaks. And so the thing is, you only have a certain amount of time from the time of hail damage to the time of reporting it to claim it on your insurance. So it's important. Inspections are free. Call your insurance company, have them come out. If you've got damage, then call a few companies for bids and have it done. The nice thing about it is, if you do have the damage, the insurance is going to pay it. You've got your deductible, but the insurance will cover your roof. And they gives you something like, if you're just going to get a cost on a roof without that, you've got to get a lot of bids because who knows what's the right bid. Who's pricing really high and who's cutting corners and too cheap. But with the insurance company, they've got a variance. They know what the industry standard is, and they say, this is what we're going to pay to replace that roof. So it's a real good time to have it done.
Right.
So if you have some quarter-size hail and you're, like you said, you might not visibly see the damage that we just saw in those photos, you could still have some damage to your roof. Now that's just a standard roof. What you're talking about is something completely different and can stand up to various sizes of hail.
We do all roofs. We do slate, we do cedar shake, we do composites, stone-coated steel, painted steel, asphalt. I mean, we do the whole gamut of roofing. But this right here is absolutely the best quality roof you can put on for the money. You can't beat this. It's what I have on my house. I have it on everything. If I had an outhouse, I'd put it on it. I mean,
there's a testimonial right there.
I'm telling you,
if Rebel had an outhouse, it'd have a stone-coated steel shingle on it.
I built a gazebo for my wife out by the garden. I put that on it. The bottom line is I'm 51. I don't want to have to redo it. I don't.
And you won't have to.
That's it.
All right. Now, what about the siding?
Siding. This here is a polymer siding, so it will stand up.
Don't break your hand.
It will stand up to the hail. Minimal damage. You will have some damage on large hail. Smaller hail, you won't.
Now, what happens in that case, in case we get some damage on hail like that?
Anything below $500 in damage, and I do that because that's what a lot of people's deductibles are. Anything from $500 or down, I personally will pay.
Okay.
We will come out. There's no trip charge. There's no material charge. There's no labor charge. We will come out free of charge and replace that siding for you. If you have enough that it's going to need re-siding more than that, then that's your insurance company will take care of that.
Okay.
But
Makes sense.
these two products together will give you the best protection. And the other thing I would like to talk about, with all of this hail, you get tons and tons of companies that come in. They come down from north, they come up from Texas and Oklahoma, they come over from Omaha. These companies come in, they rent a office space, they'll say they're local, and you'll think you're doing local. Do your homework. We have the best reputation in the business.
And you got some papers to prove it.
Here, you have the documents to prove it here.
This is...
I'll hold these up here for you guys.
Yeah.
Do your research. We've talked about...
This is 5 years running right here. 5 years worth. Year after year after year, we're rated the #1 home improvement company.
And there's a reason for that.
There's a reason for that. It starts by the fact that I've been doing this my entire life. I've researched out the best quality materials. And just like a doctor, when he's sitting and is at home in his study, he's looking at the trade journals and he's studying new techniques and stuff. That's what I do. It's my passion. And so I make sure I bring the best quality work. I train my guys to do the best quality of craftsmanship. And you'll find us be right there in the middle pricing. We're not the high guy and we're not the low guy. So,
which you know you're going to get the right material then.
That's exactly right. No corners cut.
There
All
it
right,
is.
well, we might find out what happens if hail does make its way to the metro later on. You're going to be thinking, ooh, what's happening with my roof? What's happening with my siding? Get those home improvements so you don't have to have those worries anymore. And Rebel, how can people get in touch with you in order to do so?
You can call me at 515-255-4872 or at Rebel at allamerican4u.com.
Yeah, it's impressive. 5 years running with the best of Warren County, and take advantage of that. And again, you don't have to worry about it because you're here. You're not going anywhere.
That's right.
Perfect.
That's right. 47 sites on the internet have ratings on my company. You won't find anything negative.
There it is.
There you go,
That
folks.
speaks volumes, doesn't it? Rebel, good to see you, buddy.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We will be right back, and when we return, folks, it'll be time for Totally Serious News, and we're going to talk about the most stolen cars and vehicles in the U.S., and then we're going to dial it in and let you know what vehicles in Iowa are most vulnerable as well. That's coming up next on CW Iowa Live.